White Line Promotions Podcast 11 with Martin Corvetto, our 195 champion. Welcome, Martin.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Martin, what age were you when you started doing jiu-jitsu? We're just going to get right to it.
I was 14 years old. I was boxing before that, doing a little bit of Muay Thai, but I sucked at it. I didn't like getting hit in the head as much, and I was naturally a little bit better at jiu-jitsu.
Okay. What actually drove you to really like jiu-jitsu? Were you doing gi or were you doing no gi?
When I started, I was doing gi, but before that, I was doing a little training with my friends, like outside of a gym, just wrestling each other, basically. I all started because I had a girlfriend in middle school. I remember I got into an argument with a guy about her, and then I ended up getting beat up, and I was like, all right, this can't happen again. It's unacceptable. I gotta go get that back.
What, did he beat you up on the ground?
Yeah, no, we got into a street fight, I lost, it was terrible. And I was like, all right,
did he armbar you?
I don't remember, no, I think it was just mostly ground and pound.
Did she break up with you to go with him?
No, unfortunately not. I broke up with her after that. I'm like, it's too embarrassing. I gotta start from zero.
Oh,
Gotta restart.
You really did?
Yeah.
Damn, that would have sucked as a girl. I would have been like, yo, you got your ass beat and now you're breaking up with me too?
Did her a favor, to be honest.
That's
she doesn't have to date the guy that got beat up in front of everyone.
So you started doing jiu-jitsu because of that?
Yeah, I started boxing first.
Yeah.
But then I sucked at that. I'm like, all right, I'm a little better at jiu-jitsu. I'll do that.
You know, that was my fear as a mom for my kid.
Getting beat up in front of everyone?
In middle school, though. Specifically in middle school? Yeah. I mean, he started doing jiu-jitsu at 5. So, when he got to middle school in 6th grade, somebody, bullied him. And he, judo tossed him.
Did he armbar him?
I don't think he armbarred him. He judo tossed him, and the kid was like, I can't breathe or something. And then, I got called. And then, his friend tried to, bully him again, and then he beat up his friend.
That's a much better call than getting called, yo, your son got beat up.
I know. And, ever since then, nobody has ever messed with him, thank
My
God.
dad's thing was always, if you get into a fight at school, just make sure you win.
Because you got respect.
Yeah.
It's just an honor code. I don't know. Whatever. Don't fight in school, kids.
Ideally.
Please don't.
If you do, make sure you win.
Yeah, especially for your girlfriends. So you did jiu-jitsu at 14, and then you were at Winners.
Right, yeah.
Right? And your coaches were?
I was under the Mahecha brothers and was white belt. I mean, when I started jiu-jitsu, I was actually never a white belt. I started as a gray and white belt on my first day.
How?
They didn't have any white belts, so the front desk people
graduated you?
They gave me a gray and white belt, and when I showed up, my coach was like, "Oh, you trained before? You're a gray and white belt." I'm like, "Yeah, I've trained before for sure." Yeah.
No way. And then they saw you roll, and they're like, "This guy doesn't even know what guard means."
I was a kid, so it probably felt too bad to be like, "Are you sure you're a gray and white belt?"
Damn. There's some schools that don't really promote with the belts. So
right.
I've seen some that just go.
I think the belts are silly. I'm not a fan at all.
I tell my kid belts don't mean anything.
I think they're good for kids, just to encourage the kids, and then for white belts getting promoted and stuff. But generally speaking, belts don't really mean anything.
Yeah.
I think they're a big thing that hold the sport behind. I think if we didn't have belts, we have a more exact pro and amateur circuit for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. It should be like MMA then.
Exactly. For example, when I was competing for you guys, I was 17, I was a blue belt, I was competing in $3,000 brackets, while there's black belts that are fighting, they're paying to fight and not being paid anything if they win.
I know. I mean, so your first competition with us was White Line 5.
Long time ago.
That was April of 2022.
Right,
Yeah.
I think that day I got the fastest sub in White Line.
You got the victory.
I don't know if it got beat yet, I hope not.
Who was it who you competed? Do you remember?
I don't recall, no.
I don't remember. I'll play the clip.
I just remember before the match, he patted my head when I was sitting down. I was like,
I patted your head?
No, the guy was fighting. I was
like, why the hell did I pat your head?
He said something about all right, have a good match, buddy. And he patted my head. I was like, all right,
if
man.
you were a kid.
Yeah, I was like, all right, bro, all right.
Well, you were a kid.
Yeah.
You were a kid. And then from there, you did White Line 5, which was your first one. You did White Line 7. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to look back, but I don't know if that was you did a bracket or you didn't do a bracket.
I think the first one was just a super fight, and then afterwards I went into the bracket.
You did the 160 bracket.
Right.
And then after that one, you did White Line 8. You did the 175 bracket. You won, and then you lost.
Right, yeah, I remember that one.
And
I got
then,
my foot broken on that one, if I recall.
Did you?
Yeah. That wasn't fun.
Damn, that sucks.
That was the week before the gi pants, so then I went from all
that
no
was
gi
November
training
of 2022.
for that, got a broken foot, did no gi, and then went on to pants the week after.
Damn. Did you win pants?
I lost in the finals. Lost by advantage. Not too bad for the broken foot.
Not bad at all. So after that one, you came to White Lion 9, which was a loss. And then White Lion 10 from July 2023. And then you lost that one too.
Right, my record was not too pretty. Not at all.
At that point, it was not. And then you came back to White Lion 14. So you literally didn't come for a whole entire year and a half, almost.
Right,
Where were you?
I tried to branch off more into gi.
I literally was like, what happened to him? Like,
I tried to become like a full gi guy. It didn't work out too well. I didn't like not getting paid to fight. So then I just retired
were you
the
still
gi.
at Winners then?
No, I wasn't. I was training fully in my coach's garage, actually.
Oh, okay.
So for like about 2 years, we were training just in the Miami Heat in a garage.
So that year of 2023 to 2024 was kind of like a growth spur for you,
Yeah,
wasn't
for
it?
sure. No, those garages were the toughest strength I've ever
'Cause
had.
you literally went from like losing, and then you came back and you finally won the
For
bracket.
sure. No, those garages, I went from not placing at Blue Belt Worlds over to winning Purple Belt Worlds within 6 months at Purple Belt.
That's awesome.
Those garages were tough. Those were not fun. They were just the Mahecha brothers, me, Sebastian Serpa, AJ Souza, just that rotation
That's it.
over. Yeah, that's it. There were no
Wow.
restaurants there. I was the restaurant, if anything.
Yeah, because they were black belts and you were still a blue
Yeah,
belt.
exactly.
That's a crazy little crew right there. Very dangerous.
Those were the days. They weren't fun.
Yeah.
They weren't fun, but it paid off.
Yeah, for sure. It shows. You know, so then you came back for White Lion and you went right through the bracket.
That was a fun little bracket.
It was.
Yeah, some fun coaching going on, too.
Shout outs to your coach.
Shout out AJ Sosa for the great coaching. My favorite part was when I would have fucked up, he'd just make fun of me. He just stopped coaching, just started making fun.
People are like, who's that guy? And I'm like, what? And I'm
They don't
always
know, they don't
running
know.
around. So like I didn't really, they're like, this guy's wilding out. And I'm like, oh God.
Whoever was asking that has not been around the scene for long enough.
Yeah, probably not. That's awesome. So would you say that your coaches are like your role model?
I'd say my dad's always been my biggest role model above all that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your parents are from?
We're all Argentinian, yeah, for
And you were
generations.
born in
Yeah, I was born in
Argentina, too?
Argentina, moved here around like 10, 11 years old.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you talk like Spanish? Like you have a
Yeah,
heavy
absolutely.
accent?
Yeah, no, I speak
can't
Argentinian
even,
Spanish.
I can't even picture that right
My
now.
English is better than my Spanish now, though.
Can you
I like to
talk a
think
little
so.
bit in Spanish? I'm so curious.
Maybe not on camera. After a couple of beers, my Spanish gets better.
You know that Marcelo Bruzo or Ruff, he's Argentinian.
Really? No, I had no idea.
He's Argentinian. We have a couple of people that are Argentinian. Yeah, and every time he speaks Spanish, I'm always like, what the fuck?
I remember
He
one of
looks
the
so weird.
brackets, I had an Argentinian first round. I thought it was a little unfair that when they send the Argentinians to fight each other first round.
For which one?
The one, I don't remember which one. I lost second round. I heel hooked the other Argentinian and got heel hooked in the following round.
White Line 8.
Yep.
Oh, damn, what was that?
I don't
Man,
recall. He
it's
was-
so many events at this point. It's so hard for me to like keep up with everybody. I just,
Right, this must have
I try
been
to
my
remember,
third year fighting at the White Lion.
yeah,
Yeah, it's been a while.
that's crazy. So your parents are still together?
Yeah.
Do your parents come watch you fight?
No, never. No. My parents came to watch me fight when I was younger, but I'd always lose. I remember there was a new breed. I was going with my dad to compete there. I was probably like 15, maybe 16. We got like a flat tire on the way, so I ended up going by myself.
No.
I go there. I have like about 8 matches, submit everyone. I get to the 8th match. I won my gi division, my no gi division. Now I'm an adult. And then he shows up for the finals, and I get submitted right away. I just
So what,
lose.
you think he's like a bad luck charm or something?
No, just every time he comes to watch, he's like, maybe you should do something else. I think you suck. Maybe find a different sport. You're not great at this.
Damn, that's...
I remember in the White Line where I got my foot broken, actually, my sister and her fiance came to watch. First time her fiance ever came to watch, and my sister has also only ever seen me lose. She shows up like after my second match. I go out there limping with ice on my foot after I already broke it. They're like, what happened? I'm like, sorry guys, waste your money. I already lost.
Aw.
Fun ride home. Goodbye.
Damn, that's crazy. That's funny. I don't think they're your bad luck charm though.
No, it's just bad timing.
It's just the beginning of
Yeah.
your journey. You know, you should bring them back for sure.
Maybe. Not if I want to win.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated in front of girlfriends, though. I'll take that.
Not the 14-year-old one. Like,
She was not there, thankfully. If she was there, I would have won.
what are your goals for the end of this year?
This year, my goal in jiu-jitsu in general is just always win the biggest crash brackets. That's all I care. I don't really care too much about titles.
Really?
This year specifically, I'm focused on no-gi worlds. I won it last year at purple. I want to win it this year at brown. get my black belt off that. But other than that, it's just winning cash brackets. Just make as much money as I can while I'm in the sport.
Yeah. But I mean, a no-gi world's title, obviously, it's important to you because you still want to do it and you want to win it.
Right, it's nice. It's just, that's to sell seminars, to sell privates, to sell instructional stuff like that.
Right.
But you know, you win no-gi worlds, IBJJF, you're not getting $1 for that. No one's going to pay you off that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, but it's also a credentials. Not a lot of people could say that they've won worlds.
For sure. But I think those are a lot of time overlooked. Like, I know a lot of world champions, ACC champions who are broke. They have no money.
I know.
Right?
I know. A lot. And not just like champions, but just like a lot of people in jiu-jitsu.
Right, for
Is this
sure.
what you want to do for a career?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're only 20 years old.
Fully committed. When I think my last year in high school as a freshman, I had a tournament coming up. And I was like, all right, if I submit everyone in this tournament, I'll drop out of school. I'm going to do jiu-jitsu full time. I went out there. I had 4 matches.
God.
I got submitted in every match. All 4 of the matches I got submitted, and I'm like, oh, I'm dropping out anyways.
And you dropped out?
I dropped out of high school there.
Kids, do not drop out of school.
Especially if you lose all 4 of the matches.
Damn, so you dropped out of high school.
Right,
Did you get your GED?
No, I never got my GED. I don't plan on it either. I've never needed it. I don't think I ever will.
Okay, because you want to do jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
So what are the goals for jiu-jitsu to open up your own school?
I don't think I'd want to have my own gym. Like, I've seen a lot of
Why?
gyms open up, and it's just very stressful, and I see
I mean, you're young, so like, I do feel like in order to open up a business, especially like a storefront, you probably want to be a little bit older for that.
Right. I've had a lot of experience helping people open gyms, like watching different gyms open up, being around there. And I see a lot of the time the person opening up, not only does their competition performance go down, but they don't enjoy the training as much anymore because now it's a business, now it's a job.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely hard to open up a gym, be a coach, and then still trying to be a competitor.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like if what you're trying to compete, and I mean, this is just my opinion, but if you're just trying to compete, then that's what you should do, but definitely not open up a gym while you're still competing.
Right, no, my goal would be to win the titles so that I can build a brand off that and then just have a big enough brand and name off the titles I win where I can just sell my name, you know, seminars, DVDs, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And now in jiu-jitsu, you're seeing opportunities like that where you can make a career just competing. You don't have to have a gym anymore.
Exactly. A lot of the sport has grown. There's a lot more social media. There's like BJJ fanatics that people could buy your whole video and stuff like that. There's so many more things you could do. There's online training. A lot of people are doing online training.
Yep.
Seminars are a big thing. You know, I was just talking to my friend the other day from California. She throws seminars. You know, she's like, I'm going to do another one, you know. That's a big thing, and it's something that a lot of people like to do. But I mean, hey, you could do so much.
Right. It's not like 10 years ago when there was only one path you could take if you wanted to make money out of this.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, jiu-jitsu 10 years ago was totally different. So you've been training for 7 years?
6 years.
6 years. That's crazy. That's real crazy. I've been training for 9. And like, you're like amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then just besides jiu-jitsu as well, I've always trained striking as well. I've always done a lot of MMA training besides that. So I've been looking for a while to have an MMA debut as well. Do
you want to fight MMA?
Absolutely, yeah. I was looking to fight late August this year.
You know what's great to start in MMA?
Combat jiu-jitsu. Let me rephrase. I want to get paid if I'm fighting MMA.
You don't want to do a combat jiu-jitsu?
If I get paid, I'll do it.
Okay.
If I'm getting smacked in the face in front of people, I gotta get paid for that.
Okay, fair deal.
That's always the problem with MMA. It's just also not a lot of money in MMA when you're in the amateur ranks specifically.
Have you seen some of our combats?
I have, yeah. No, I've watched a lot of them.
Did you ever see the Anthony Molina with? I always talk about this damn match with oh my god, with Jamie Nottingham.
I'm pretty sure I did.
That was crazy. I don't know if you were there.
I'm pretty sure I was heckling. Yeah. I remember being in the crowd heckling that one.
Yeah, that was a crazy match. But like Yuli Fernandez is awesome. I think that's your weight too.
Right, he just won the purple belt bracket, right?
Mm-hmm. That would be a good match for you too.
A really good match. I mean, I gotta defend the title, right?
Exactly. That would be a good one. Also, like I think who beat him was Lucas Brito. Are you friends with Lucas?
Yeah.
Have you competed against him?
I competed with him in the white line. I think it was 8.
Yeah.
It was a good match. He got me in a heel hook right at the end of the match.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that.
But that was back when I was a blue belt as well. I think I was 17 years old.
Have you competed with him recently?
No, I haven't competed with him since then. I was in a quintet team with him recently in Atlanta.
Oh, how's that?
Odyssey Invitational.
How was that?
Yeah. It was great, man. It was actually a great event. It was one of my favorites.
I like Atlanta people.
The people, honestly, they're all good people. They had a great event. I think Quintet is the most fun rule set for jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Because it's like a style where even if one opponent is stalling, just knowing the strategy that goes behind it keeps it entertaining. Because if you submit the first guy and then the team still has all 5 of their athletes, they can stall out every match. So it really puts the pressure on the losing team to push the pace the entire time.
Okay.
I
haven't done quintet. I don't know why, but it just doesn't attract my attention.
It's a hard one to set up.
I feel like it's a lot.
Sure.
It's a lot of time consuming, and I'll prefer to do a tag team and a 3-on-3 before a quintet.
Right. If you're doing a quintet, that's kind of the whole event has to be about the quintet.
And I'm not for that.
Right. And it has to be a big cash pool because it's going to be split between the 5 people.
Exactly. How much was the win for the Odyssey one?
I think it was 10K.
Did you guys win it?
No. We lost our second round on that one. I also had a super fight over there, which was a bet match.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Right.
Who won the Odyssey one?
I think it was the New Wave team.
Oh, okay.
Right. They had a really good match with the 10th Planet Atlanta team. And then they just, I think they won by 1. They had one more guy out.
I love 10th Planet in Atlanta.
A lot of good guys there. My super fight was against a 10th Planet Atlanta guy. He surprised me a lot, actually.
Again?
Yeah.
Again, because you fought one of them at White Lion.
One of his teammates, he broke my leg. Broke my foot, yeah. I remember that one.
Their coach is like a homie of mine. I love Sean Applegate.
Nice guy, yeah.
He is like the sweetest guy ever. If you're in Atlanta, go to Sean's gym. He's amazing. It's just such a nice guy. And his coaching skills are like super fucking cool, man.
It shows.
Yeah, I know.
That guy caught me by surprise. I saw like, some 10th Planet guy. I didn't know about 10th Planet Atlanta. Then he grabbed my foot. I think it was like a wrist-to-wrist toe hold. He popped my foot a couple times. I didn't tap. Then he grabbed it again, popped it again. I think I just screamed out. I think I cursed him out. And then I got up. I was like, after I'm done cursing out, I just got up. I'm like, dude, that was great. All right.
Yeah, those guys are really good. Do you do ADCC?
I haven't done the trials yet. I'm Argentinian, so I'd have to go to Sao Paulo do the South American trials. I'm planning on doing it next year for the next trials.
But you don't do their opens or
I've done a few of their opens. I've done the Arizona Open and the 2 Orlando ones. The Arizona one, I think I did as a blue belt. I think I lost 4th round, I think. I'm not sure. And then I did the one in Orlando.
Okay.
That was also when I was a fresh purple belt, so I did intermediate and advanced. I won intermediate. I did advance. I fought Michael Sainz. We went to decision. And then I lost the decision, and then in the loser's bracket, I ended up getting injured. I had to pull out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the recent one in Orlando, I ended up in 2nd place.
Yeah. You're friends with Michael Sainz. So
Yeah.
I've seen you guys.
I love the Saints. Those are great people.
They're so sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Great training, too.
Yeah. Their dad's amazing. Their mom's awesome. They're just like, they come from a good home. You know, they're all about jiu-jitsu. That's their lifestyle.
They're going to be big names soon, all those guys.
I think they are a big name.
A lot bigger, though.
Locally, for sure. You know, in the ADCC, they're really going straight for that. And I think that it's working for them a lot.
Michael made it pretty deep in the American trials. I think it was top 8.
I know. He's awesome. And, like, I feel like he still has so much to grow as a man, you know?
For sure. He's what? He just turned 18?
I know.
Right.
That's crazy. I know. I still see him as a baby. Because, like,
I think in
I think in our podcast, he was, like, 16 or something. You know, it was like 2023, I think, when he did it. I don't know, time passes by.
Right.
And, like, I always see him as, like, a baby. But
no,
now he's growing, and I'm like,
a lot more in the jiu-jitsu communities.
Yeah, you too.
Any of these years, they're going to win trials.
Yeah,
that's when the name's going to get out there, for sure.
I believe it. They work so hard for it. And you too. Do you prefer to, like, do an ADCC over IBJJF?
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
really?
I hate the IBJJF.
Why?
I've invested so much money when I was younger, when I was a blue belt, traveling, competing there, never gotten anything back from them. But it's a very corrupt organization as well. Like, all the refs are competing in the black belt divisions as well, and then the refs have each other's back. It's just, I can't stand it.
I know.
That's
There's
why
some promotions that are like that.
I haven't done any IBJJFs at brown belt. I plan only doing Pan-Ams and Worlds, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to give them any money.
Yeah. I hear you. A lot of people don't like IBJJF, you know?
It's a good reason why.
I mean, yeah. I personally like IBJJF, but that's just me. I like how they're so on point, like, as far as production-wise. Like, if you're going to compete at a certain time, you're going to compete at a certain time. You're not going to be there till 1 in the morning.
In that regard, yes, but then you have an organization that makes that much money, and then you go to the live stream, and then half the time the camera's pointing at the floor.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or even if you get in the live stream, it's terrible quality.
They put a little camera on, depending, like, on the little open ones, you know. Actually, all of them, I
Even
think.
when I won
Not thinking
my
about it, I think
world
it's all of
title,
them.
the camera was pointing at the ground.
Yeah,
So
I
won.
remember. Yeah, the same thing with me. When I did Worlds, they like put it all on one big film, and I had to look for mines from that whole entire.
That's what I had to do as well.
Yeah.
But even then, like I won worlds, and when I get this celebration, I would have me hugging my coach, and I have screaming, and just pointing at the floor the whole time.
Yeah.
That was very disappointing.
Okay.
No, I do
like, I
like
hear
the
you.
I like the scoring system in IBJJF.
Yeah.
I think I would say it's better than ACC's. I don't like the advantages. I think
Yeah.
it's very confusing for spectators when there's advantages and penalties, especially because the IBJJF doesn't do a good job on the camera, like actually updating the advantages.
Yeah.
I think ACC does better with the live streams of actually all that stuff. But I don't like the ADC scoring system, like the turtle rule, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a little confusing. I think, like, if anything, I don't like about the ADCC rule set is how they go out of bounds, and like they just keep rolling.
I love
They're like
that.
in the
I
fucking
love
parking
that.
lot. I think it's fine for adults. I don't think it's
No,
okay
definitely
for
not for
children.
kids.
It's crazy for me to see a little 5 or 6 year old
On the concrete.
concrete.
No, that's crazy.
I'm like, you guys gotta change these rules for these kids. Like, that's the only thing I don't.
I think
like.
they have pushed back on that. I think
Maybe.
I don't think they allow it for kids at all anymore.
Oh,
I think
okay.
even
That's
for adults,
awesome.
they're more strict on the opens.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Right,
They
the
did it for
last open
kids,
I
'cause-
did, they were very strict on like as soon as we went out of bounds, we were getting reset back towards the middle.
Yeah. So we asked our followers some questions to ask you. And like this one question kept getting repeated, and I was like, I swear to God, if somebody
Oh, it's probably
fucking
terrible.
asked this question one more time, and then like
Oh, I know
people
what
on
it
my
is now.
staff were asking the same question, I'm like, you guys really? Anyways, I'm not gonna start off with that one.
Okay.
But somebody asked, how do you balance your autism and steroids in jiu-jitsu?
Well, I messed that one up big time. It's all autism, no steroids, unfortunately for now.
Do you have autism? I was like,
I've
wait
been
a
told
minute.
so. Undiagnosed, but I've been told so a lot.
Wait, you have been diagnosed? Or
No,
you have-
undiagnosed.
Okay.
I'm saying it's a lot of bro science have diagnosed me with that, but I don't think it's true personally.
I don't think you have autism. Do you think you have autism?
No, I personally don't, but it
I
keeps
was
being
like,
repeated.
this question
I mean,
got
people are
turned
asking
really
about
weird.
it. I am flattered they think I'm on steroids, though.
You see?
People will notice. People will notice if I'm on steroids.
No, I just think
It
you're
won't be
tall.
private.
I don't think you look like you're on steroids.
Ouch.
Howard, you think he looks like he's on steroids? Howard's our video guy.
I would say it's a little bit more like, there's like leaner steroid people. I can see how.
I like the way he's talking. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm a little offended by that.
I don't know if I should ask the next question.
Now you got it.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
I want to know if he's gay.
As gay as every other jiu-jitsu guy. I'm glad everyone asks like very important questions that people really want to know. Really deep, in-depth stuff.
I was expecting like fucking submission questions, some fucking move questions. You guys are asking if he's fucking gay.
It's what people care about,
And
I
if he has
guess.
autism and fucking steroids. I'm so.
That's all Craig
know.
Jones' fault. Man. He started that.
So then, the last question, because is the one that kept being asked over and over and over, and it was basically like, why are you macho? I was like, if somebody asked this question one more time, I swear to God.
That's just the way I was born. I can't help it. People
So-
want to copy it.
So like, I do notice that you say that. Is that like your, what is it when the branding has a
Like a slogan.
A slogan. Is that your slogan for your brand?
Unofficially, I might have to make it
think it
official.
is.
I might. People keep calling, like I'll be at competition and people will be like, yo, you're the mad chill guy. I'm like,
Yeah, but
that's
even
what I'm
when you
known
won,
for.
even when you won, I think you were like, "Yo, just mad chill." Like that's
I owned it. I
literally
owned it a
what you
little
said
bit,
on the mic. I was like, "What?"
That was instinctual. It all started as an inside joke of I was actually training with AJ Sosa and he was
Yeah.
smashing me in mount and I looked at the camera. I just went like this. I think someone in the training room repeated that and I was like, all right, I'll own it.
So it's just
I
Martin
followed
Corvetto.
up. I had a
Mad
match.
chill.
I think you saw this match. It was at the Miami Open in the
Okay.
open class where the guy took my back.
in February.
Yep, I looked
Yeah,
at the
I saw
camera.
you.
I was like this with the guy on my back.
Yeah.
The guy who won the heavyweight division, and then I escaped, put in my triangle, looked at the camera again, went like this. I think that's what everyone was saying at that time.
So that's definitely your slogan. You should
I'll
put
take
that.
it.
You should like make stickers.
Like a
if
shirt?
You do like yeah, for sure. Give me one. Is there anything that you want to tell our followers?
Absolutely. So, following month, we have Kamba opening up in Sunrise. They're a sponsor of mine. I'll be teaching over there. I'll be doing seminars over there, It's going to be a great gym with a lot of high-level instructors. I'm going to be there. My good friend Sebastian Serpa will be teaching there as well. And stay tuned for more information on that. And a big shout out to Tiago's Tacos, the best tacos in Miami, for sponsoring me and helping me get to competitions and fueling me up for them.
Cool. Is
Awesome.
there anything else you want to say besides your sponsors?
No, that's it.
Okay, so next event, you're doing combat sports coverage,
Right.
and then from there, you're doing PANS,
Right.
and then Nogi Worlds.
I'm excited for the Nogi pants. I've gotten silver at pants 3 years in a row.
I got silver at PANS too, and I was like, yo, PANS fucking destroys me. I don't know why.
PANS is rough.
PANS is rough.
It's right up there next to Worlds. It's just the title might not mean as much, but the competition level is equal.
I don't know, man. It's like, I feel like PANS was harder than Worlds for me. But
Certain years for sure.
I haven't done PANS in a while.
I mean, I won Worlds. I never won Pan, so maybe.
Same.
Then I have 5 Pan Am's medals in a row.
Yeah.
Still,
that's crazy.
every single time I lost in the finals, I
So
won
it's
advantage.
personal.
Yeah.
It's
I need that
personal
one
this time
Pan Am's
around.
medal.
Yeah, I hear you. That's cool, man. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's about it.
So I'm so happy that you are a champ, for real, because
I'm happy to be there.
I feel like you've been with us for like ever since you were like a kid, literally 17 years
Yeah.
old, and now you're 20 and like you're a brown belt, and we've seen you like compete crazy and lose at our events, and then come back and just
Lose a lot.
and then come back and just like completely destroy the bracket, which is freaking amazing.
That was a
Your
stacked
final,
bracket.
yeah, your
Yeah.
final with Gabriel, and like I love Gabriel. Gabriel's so game. You know, I was like, damn, this is a great match for him. I don't know if you've ever competed with him
I
before.
train with him a lot, actually. He
Yeah?
comes to Outer Heaven a lot.
He does?
Yeah, no, he's a great round. We love to have him there.
He's so awesome.
Yeah.
He's just a nice guy, but he's very skillful too. So
Right.
I don't know if you had competed against him.
We never competed, but our training is usually a lot more exciting than that match was even. I think the submission-only rule set kind of held both of us back from opening
Yeah.
up our game like how we usually do when we're training.
Yeah.
Because that rule set's a little interesting, because if I were to wrestle up on him and try to get on top and he jumps on a guillotine, he almost gets it, but I end up on top, it would be like a scramble where in every other rule set, I would be winning. But in this specific rule set, he's scoring and I'm not. So
Exactly.
it kind of held me back from opening up my game the way I like to compete.
Yeah, I definitely think that we are different, and
Mm-hmm.
I always look for the sub, for sure. What I want everybody to look for, you know. Sometimes like people come in there and they get upset and they're like, how did I not win this decision? And they play very IBJJF, passing the guard and doing all that
Right,
stuff.
I think we had a good example of that in the bracket.
We did.
Yeah.
And then they get upset, you know, and we saw that. Like, he was like, yo, you know what? Why didn't I win? And it's like, do you guys not read the rules on our website? Like, how do you sign up to an event and not read the rules? We get that a lot, you know, and it's like, and they're there, and we try to tell people, like, yo, you got to read the rules, the judges' decisions, you know. We're definitely different, but that's what I strive for, to
Right.
make it be different.
This
to
rule
get you out
set
of the
really makes
game.
me change my game, because I've always been a guy who focuses on positional control of everything.
Yeah.
So now you'll see me, like, I don't think I've gotten my guard pass since juvenile division, especially Nogi, in any kind of competition. But you'll see me fighting at white line. I don't care if I get passed, because then I
Doesn't
shoot up a
matter.
buggy choke and I'm scoring now.
Exactly. Well, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. This was
Happy
a
to
fun
be here.
podcast.
Glad you had me.
It's good seeing you.
Pleasure.
For sure.
Yeah.